Yo, what's up, my niggas? Yeah, I'm having one of them little days, so I'm improvise and try to make everything work. But I am having a good little rest day video that I want to bestow upon y'all because I said I'd do it again. I'm not too fond on the whole videos. I'm not too fond on any videos, to be honest. I kind of just make these because might as well record everything I do, and it don't hurt to. So.
And
I just
honestly,
hate the
man, all
editing
I'm
and
doing
everything,
here,
but
I'm just
we're here for
fine
the workouts
tuning
and all
my
that,
body.
not for my
Listen, like with
jabbering
these
and
bands
shit.
right here, I
So,
do like a pre warm up set
this
before
is
I
basically
actually
how I
do
stay
a warm up,
lifting
which is something you probably
heavy
don't hear as
and
often.
long. Even
But
though I'm
I
only
always like,
22,
you gotta
I
think
say
about
that
it.
like I'm
Before I
fucking
start adding
42.
weight and using
But
machines to
this is
kind of
how I
warm
do.
up, I'm gonna use some bands and just use my
I
body
am
weight to warm up.
having.
That way I can get some blood pumping
I have
before
days where I just go to
I
the gym. I literally just stretch,
start
just
using
work on my
machines because I like
joints,
to,
my
what you're gonna see here in a
tendons,
second. I like to
and
use
ligaments
machines
and
to warm
everything.
up and everything.
Pump blood into them.
But
Do
sometimes I don't
specific
have a good
workouts
enough blood flow
to
before
strengthen my
that, and so
foundation,
I start to feel
as
like
in
there's a
my
little
body.
odd fatigue in my
But I
body,
mean, why not?
and I
You
don't
see
like
so
that
many
that much.
people
So
get
I
hurt,
start
so many
using
people get
bands,
torn
which are
muscles and
heavily
everything.
underrated
Like
for
literally
a lot
fuck
of
their
things, to
shits
be
up.
honest.
And then they start to complain. They
And
want to backtrack.
I'm doing like these
People hit
arm windmills
plateaus and
right
all that
here
other shit. It's
with
just like,
bands and
man,
everything just to do a pre warm up set to kind of get
just
my
switch up
CNS
what
to
you do.
fire up a little
Take
bit
care of yourself.
and rotating my joints
And
and bones and all that.
work on the little minute
Just so I
details
can
that aren't
get
actually
like
the big
better spinal
details.
rotation
Like
and
you gotta treat
everything.
your body like it's a fucking relationship,
And
man. It's just simple
don't
shit like
cheat on
that.
it. Don't.
It's like coming into the
God,
gym with other bodies to
that
like
has to be so straightforward with a straight
like a
workout. It's
C-bum
like,
or
oh,
something
I'm
like that.
coming
Like,
in,
oh
I'm
shit.
gonna do a workout and
Like,
everything. Like,
I want a
no.
piece of that. I want to look like
Sometimes,
that.
man,
It's like,
you can
no,
just come in
it's
for
not
full
that.
recovery.
Focus on you. Focus on your own
Like, I know
relationship.
that's like a
And
Olympic
the
weightlifting, a
little things are
powerlifting
the
type
big
of thing. You'd be
things.
like, oh, I don't
As
have
long as you
time for
put
that, or I
those
don't want to
puzzles,
do that. It's
the
just like,
puzzle
yeah, I
pieces
could get the
together,
time, but like
then
not
you
wanting to
can
do it.
keep that relationship going.
It doesn't hurt
Just like
to
your mammy and
fine
pappy,
tune
who've
your
been together
body
for like
and
60
to make
years.
it better
If you've
for the
seen that or
long
had
run. I
that or
mean,
something
here
like
for a
that. So,
long time, not just for a short little bit.
yeah, it's just like what I'm doing here is I'm just warming up still. What I did before that, before I started talking and all that crap about the other bullshit, what I was doing is a warm up set before the warm up set. So, like a pre warm up before the warm up. I know that sounds crazy, like I got some type of disease or something, but no, I don't. It's just something that I like to do. It gets my cardiovascular system, my nervous system, a little bit more prepped before I start doing stuff like this. Because your body doesn't know weight, obviously. It doesn't know weight, if you didn't hear me. And so it just knows tension. But I just woke up. This is like 9 in the morning. So it's like, I don't want to put too much tension on here. And I like just woke up and everything. It's like, no. It's like, I want to warm my body up and my nervous system a little bit more before I start going crazy. Because everything will be, I'll feel like a lot of things will be out of whack. And how I'm speaking about this a lot of times, I'm pretty sure you can tell the difference. I'm going to be speaking about what I like to do in kind of the first person view, so don't take a lot of this shit out of context and start saying, like, oh, you're wrong and everything. This is what I like to do, all right? And I'm pretty sure most people are going to skip this part. You're still not going to hear this shit, but all right. Anyway, but yeah, man, it's just, I don't necessarily agree with the whole just going with starting the workout and going straight into the first set and just do like a warm up or anything. Do like the smallest warm up with that exercise. But what I mean by that, since I'm talking like I can't talk, like going on the bench press and doing like 45 pounds on each side and doing a few reps, and that's like the first thing you do as a warm up. Like, no, I don't agree with that. So what I do is like I'll warm up my entire body for like 20 to 30 minutes, my entire body from head to fucking toe. Because I'm just, you need, your body works as an entire system. Everything is connected more than people think. It's just like if you're doing a bench press, your legs and your core are going to be involved to an extent. So why not warm that up so you can get the best lift possible instead of just warming up your upper body? And people don't get that. You need to warm up your cardiovascular system and your nervous system to get those hormones pumping and those electric pulses flowing as well, so you can get the best lift. I think that's absolutely needed for any type of workout you do. It doesn't matter. It's just like right here, warming up everything in the lower body and warming up my hip flexors, my hip abductors, my adductors, so I can be as fluid as possible. This is more so to stretching. This isn't gonna be a full workout or anything, joint mobilization and stuff like that. So some days I don't do that. Some days I don't want to do that. Doing like little work, like partial reps. That's what I do a lot of times on my rest days. But here I'm just warming up to stretch. And right here, I like to sometimes pick a body part to work, like shoulders or anything, to do those recovery rehabilitation work that I do. But right here, I just chose to do core. I honestly just want to do core for an aesthetic purposes because it's just a bodybuilding program. We still are on a Mentzer experience. Rest in peace, my nigga. And I just want to add some core strength, but more so just core aesthetics. And so it doesn't look like much I'm doing here, but it's not the fact of what it looks like. It's what I'm feeling that makes the biggest difference here. And what I'm feeling is the extremely tight contractions because my mind body connection is, I can honestly say, it's pretty damn good. And I really enjoy that because I can put in a lot of effort that doesn't seem like a lot of effort by just contracting as tight as possible. It's a painful little situation sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurts a lot of times, but that's the beauty of it. Just like if you could get past that pain and enhance the neuroplasticity within your brain in order to push past that pain with the mind body connection, then you're one step ahead of a lot of people. I mean, it's not really a race, but at the same time, too, it's just to have full control over your body is something to be desired. To be honest, that's a quote by Yujiro Fabaki. I'm pretty sure some of you know about that. Some of you probably don't know about that, but yeah, you could make a lot. You can go through a lot of work and make a lot of progress with just a little bit with the right mental intention and the right technique. Just like with the bands I was doing. At the beginning of the video, I was using bands. Bands are heavily underrated in my opinion. Bands adding a lot of extra little small tension to keep everything flowing. It's like sometimes I would use bands in between a set if I'm doing like 1 to 3 sets in the workout, 2 to 3 sets in the workout. My apologies. I'll use bands because, especially if I'm resting for like a powerlifting meet or something, I'm not doing a powerlifting meet, but for example, and powerlifters rest for like 4 to 6 minutes, probably 10 if you fucking talk a lot. But I'll use bands in between that to keep the muscle active, to keep the blood pumping, because you don't want to get too rested in between that time period because you're not gonna hit that same weight as much as you would want to. You're not gonna hit it with the same intensity that you need to. Your body starts to relax, your mind starts to relax, and you lose your flow. So the bands add in that extra tension to keep that progress at bay. So you could remain stronger in a more solidified state and everything. I think that's please correct me if I'm wrong, homeostasis and everything. I'm not too good with a lot of terminology, but I'm working, so don't be that guy. But do you. But anyway, as you seen my these little ab workouts, that's all I'm doing is side bends and Russian twist. I like to get a lot of spinal rotation, especially for big guys myself. I weigh about 212. I like to be as fluid as possible with everything, especially in my spinal region. It's just I refuse to be fucking big and to be stiff. That's terrible. That is horrible, to be honest, man. I don't like it at all. And that brings me back to this. Oh, actually, what I'm doing right here is 230 pounds just for some strength reps, just one set of strength reps, and that's all I want to do. Just to keep that tension, that mental mind body connection tension, if that's a fucking thing, at bay. So I don't need a lot of heavy reps and a lot of heavy sets. I just need one to keep my body aware of the tension that it needs to be going under. But back to what I was really saying is you see a lot of guys nowadays, a lot of people in general, not just big guys, but an abundance of people who always say muscle is not good for functional use. And I honestly will call bullshit on that. I'm gonna be straight up. I call bullshit, but at the same time too, you kind of got to give those people a little bit of leeway with believing that, because when you see a lot of big guys who are kind of stiff, they're not as athletic, they're breathing hard, their lungs are collapsed by their tight muscles and everything, and they don't even really know what functioning is. It's just they struggle to get up off the bench after a bench press. Not everybody, but a lot of people. But I'm pretty sure you get the idea. I'm not just talking shit. It's the truth. So don't get butthurt. I don't believe that muscle is a bad thing. Having big muscles. It's a functionality of. It's the effort of functionality that you put within those muscles so you can be more fluid, which will make or break you. And what I mean is doing shit like this: stretching, moving around, trying different ranges of motion that don't have to be added fucking weight all the time. I'm using straps here and everything in order to add that extra weight, because at the same time too, I'm still a big ass guy. And so I just need that extra counterweight in order to pull my muscles in a lengthened position to feel that stretch more. And it feels good. I think everybody should try to add a little additional weight to stretching. It's it can make you a little bit more flexible and a little bit more mobile. And this is what I like to do in order to be more fluid. People could be more fluid. Muscle could be more fucking fluid if people actually put the effort into doing it. But you don't do it a lot. And a lot of people don't do it a lot. They think stretching does nothing and everything. Static stretching more so, if we're being specific here. It's insane. I'm not doing it to shit on nobody. I just want people to be better for themselves. And that's really it. Muscle isn't bad. It's only bad when you don't put it through those necessary steps in order for it to be fluid. Muscles are elastic. They're supposed to be elastic. They're not supposed to be stiff and everything all the time. Fascia, tendons, ligaments. It's just like the fluidity of it. If you keep them fluid, they'll stay fluid. If you keep a fluid body, then you could potentially keep a fluid dick. No ED, no nothing like that. I mean, I'm just being honest here, man. It's just it's steps like that. It's stuff like that. Like right here, I'm relieving tension off of not only my traps, but my neck, my jaw muscles, and that helps my psoas muscle located it within kind of the my lower back and my hips, the anterior and posterior portions of my hips, which are a very important muscle group. Let's just like if I tighten my jaw, then my hips will get tight. I mean, this isn't bullshit. You can look at videos on this, and that's how interconnected the body is. So you want to move the body in different ranges of motion when you stretch. Just like right here, I'm using this to not only stretch my abdomen and my torso, but it's also stretching my triceps to an extent as well, increasing my shoulder mobility in a way. As you can see, like this is real good for front squats. And it's like not only my torso too, but my lats as well. More so my lats. That's what I'm trying to hit. And this is the fluidity you want. And people will say stretching don't work, stretching and everything. Yet you look at Olympic weightlifters and you admiring their squats and everything. What the fuck are they doing? Stretching, mobile work. And that's what people should be doing. It increases neuroplasticity and it just helps you to live longer. You can recover better with this. Your hormones in your body that are needed before and after, or any time within the day of your life, are needed to be flowing through the blood vessels, the capillaries. And they don't flow as well when everything is fucking tight. When everything is tight, you're not getting the best signals, the best electrical responses from your nervous system and everything. It's just like you have to be as fluid. You have to be um I'm gonna just say fluid again because I don't know what the hell another words to say. I'm still kind of tired right now, so I apologize the way I'm talking. At some points, I apologize for the way I'm talking like that. I just backtrack, but anyway, yeah, man. This is this is it. This is what I do. This is what I like to do because I understand that not every gym session has to be a wicked ass lifting session. And this is something Mike Mentzer didn't touch up on as much as stretching, or a lot of people just don't do it as much. This is a main component to lifting long and just being overall healthy in many ways. And I use that as an abstract term, healthy. There's a lot of ways you could define healthy. And so I very much agree with what Mentor said about a lot of things. I actually admire the man a good bit. Like he's actually an idol of mine. Now that I've been on this like a little journey. But if you want good muscle recovery, good muscle I'm gonna just say filament, full muscles and loose muscles, then this is what you could do. And just and improvise with the shit. Just improvise. When I do this, like what I'm doing here, it's just like I'm just improvising. I just go down on my knees. Don't think no weird shit because I know y'all weird. And I just allow the stretch to hit different positions. I just allow myself to be in different positions and to move in different ranges of motion in order to be fluid, in order to push past my limits of flexibility and mobility. So I could not only just be loose, but more athletic in everything. Because I mean, when you're lifting a lot of weights, that's a lot of strain on your body, especially with food too. Bad foods could mess up your brain. They could you probably won't get the best micronutrients or macronutrients or stuff like that, which results in a lot more tension in the brain. A lot more tension leads to a lot more stress. A lot more stress leads to more tension in the neck and shoulder joints, which goes throughout the entire body. Just like nutrition is just as important. Everything is fucking important. Not everything is gonna be at balance at all times, and we know that because shit happens, man. We all got lives, and shit takes a toll on everybody. I understand that, but that doesn't give you a fucking excuse not to just try something. Just something. A little bit is better than nothing. I'm not gonna be one of these goofballs out here and tell you that you have to keep everything in check. I mean, fuck, man. I have my moments where life gets a little bit hard too, and sometimes I don't want to do shit. But just doing a little bit of something is better than doing nothing. It doesn't have to be the most outrageous thing, but sometimes if you might not just want to do nothing. Maybe you just want to relax for a second because you feel like you deserve it, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just remember, at some point you have to move. At some point you have to allow your brain to flow. You have to have that realization of the betterment of self because nobody's really gonna do it for you. I mean, I know this shit all is a little cliche. You hear it all the time, but I thought the same shit. But it's true. It's very much true. It's just it takes time for us to realize it ourselves. It takes certain events and certain circumstances for us to realize that the cliche isn't really as cliche as we think. It's just we haven't been through something that really allows us to feel that and understand it. So, whatever your life brings to you, I wish you the damn best. I do this for honestly, sometimes my own game too. This whole YouTube thing, it's not really my all-time favorite thing to do, but it's just something I do. But at the same time too, I have to realize that I like helping people, and if I can't help anybody with anything or some advice, then by all means. But I'm not gonna sit up here and be biased and say that I'm right about everything, and I can't be proven wrong. It's just like I like to be proven wrong because it just allows me to realize more things. I'm only 22, man. I'll be naive about a lot of things, but I can't be naive about everything. At some point, we all gotta mature too. Even in your older age, 30, 40, some people still act like children. And so at some point, you still gotta realize that you gotta mature with things. But yeah, this is all I'm doing. Honestly, I stretched like 2 days before this, and I stretched. Some of my stretching sessions last for like an hour or an hour and 20 minutes because I really like to be that nigga. And I'm not sorry for my language. I'm gonna be honest with you. If YouTube has a problem with this, then go back and look at music videos that have this type of language and everything. And I mean, I don't think I'm doing nothing bad, so whatever. But yeah, I just like doing it, and you don't have to stretch for like an hour or anything. It's just like you just, it takes time to build this shit. I've been doing this for a long time, so that's why I can be as flexible and as mobile as I can be. I can always be better, but I've been doing this for like some years now, and it takes time to build up that. Just like with anything, anything takes time. Just like it's gonna suck at first, it's gonna feel like it sucks at first, but you have to realize that as long as you keep the intent of health and wellness and a full mind body connection on your brain at all times, then I'm pretty sure you could do some. Not even pretty sure. I know you could do some great things with yourself and become better. But this isn't even a full stretching that I would usually do. It's just I was kind of on short time when I had to go to work and everything. And I stretched, just like I said before, I stretched like 2 days prior to this. And so all I gotta do is just allow myself to be a little bit fluid and everything because your muscles are gonna remember. Your systems are gonna remember. I mean, muscle memory is a big thing people overlook a lot. It's just those minor things people overlook that could really help you in a tough situation or anything like that. But I'm looking at this time right now. This video is almost done. And I was very apprehensive about doing this at first, but because I just didn't feel like talking, but I actually kind of glad I talked. But yeah, this is all I got and everything. I hope y'all realize that you have a lot more potential. Thank y'all for watching my videos, whoever watches my videos, and just have a good fucking day and try to have a good life, even though life is a little shit right now. But peace.